If you are a Republican in 2023,
Side eye.
I cannot respect you. I can't. But let me explain why. So as many of you probably know, the state of Tennessee has recently passed a bill that bans public drag performances. Republicans are the ones who introduced and signed this bill into law, of course, and they claim that it's to protect children. Now this is hilarious. Do you want to know how many kids have been harmed or killed by drag queens in the past year? 0. Want to know what the #1 killer of children is in the US though? Guns. Even with all the new evidence showing that gun violence is increasing dramatically every year, it's literally the #1 killer of children. So far this year, Republicans have introduced 0 pieces of legislation in favor of any type of gun control or gun reform. You know, something that would actually protect children and save their lives. Like, no, let's just focus on drag queens and people who are transgender, because they're the real issue, right? There have already been hundreds of anti-LGBTQ+ bills filed by Republicans this year. And once again, a lot of these laws are catered towards protecting children. Meanwhile, there are millions of homeless children in America, yet Republicans are against affordable housing. There are millions of children in America who don't know where their next meal is coming from. And Republicans want to cut back programs that provide these children with free meals. There's millions of children who don't have health insurance in the US, yet Republicans don't support affordable health care. But so much for protecting children. Am I right? And then we have right-wing fascists like Governor Ron DeSantis from Florida banning certain books from schools because he believes education in the US should be based on Christian beliefs. Meanwhile, the Catholic Church already has an interesting reputation when it comes to children. You won't hear right-wing Republicans mention that though. And I just want to say this war that fascist Republicans are waging right now does not end with the LGBT community. This is only the beginning. If you're not a man, if you're not white, and if you're not able-bodied, they're coming for you too. This is why in the upcoming 2024 presidential election, it is so important that we vote blue. Have y'all ever seen The Handmaid's Tale? That's exactly what the fascists want. And that's exactly what they're gonna get if we don't fight back. And last time I checked, America is supposed to be the land of the free, not the land of the evangelical Christians. Quit trying to govern how people choose to live their own lives and quit trying to govern how people choose to raise their children. All this hate needs to end. It's getting real ridiculous here. Real fucking ridiculous.
Another anti-trans bill was just passed a few days ago in Tennessee called House Bill 1125. And if you don't know what this law is, this law is forcing any and all trans teens to medically or socially detransition. Along with that, gender-affirming healthcare will be banned and therefore inaccessible, and will be denied to any trans teen looking to transition, meaning any blockers or form of medication will be taken away from them, which will inevitably force their body to relapse and go through the many unwanted changes that they were trying to avoid in the first place, making their dysphoria that you call an illness worse. The death rate of trans teens are already on the rise, and the fact that they're trying to take away our right to transition is not only dangerous, but it's just plain wrong. There are people in your country starving, have no access to clean water, and in poverty. But what is the primary focus? Trans people! Y'all are obsessed.